Hello, guys. I have a question real quick. I have a question. All right, hold up.
Do you think there's a rush? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I have a question, guys. Gun to your head. Gun to your head. To save my life, who's shooting a three?
If it's the
Open.
other team's hoop, I want 10.
hey. Ready, guys? Listen, this is a test. If 10 is shooting a three on the other team's hoop, I'm safe. I'm safe.
Thank you.
I'm safe. Now, if 10 is shooting a three for us, it's like a 50-50. Who knows? Who knows?
Put it down. You're going to be worried now. Put it down.
You should be. Guys, men's mental health is very important.
You know what's crazy? Like, Kawhi could probably grab a whole gun in dude's hand like that.
No, listen. We are so irresponsible. All right? We're over here insulting these NBA players, calling them fat, calling them slow, calling them other names. Men's mental health is so important, guys. All right?
Not on this podcast.
Let's play that intro.
Welcome to the best basketball podcast in the nation. This is 5onFive with your hosts Sadik, Big Fish, and Guled.
And 10.
I knew the energy was about to shift. So.
Why not? Why can't I be the MVP of the league?
Mama, there goes that man. Pulls up, three-pointers. Bang! Bang! It's good. Wins the game at the buzzer.
I'm really gonna miss that intro next week. I just want to say I'm really gonna miss it. Bang, bang. Keyword next week. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome to another episode of 5 on 5 with your host. First off, we got me, Sadik McLovin. How we doing? We got my man, my brother. We got GG Guled. How you doing, Guled?
I'm better, man. Thanks for holding it down last week. Sounded like a great episode.
We may have told the fans that you were in jail with Josh Giddey, so
that was very irresponsible. By the way,
they picked him off the streets. He was
y'all acting like Pat Bev right now, bringing it up every opportunity you get.
Listen, man. Last time we're gonna talk about it. We got you, Josh Giddey. Let me tell you something.
If you think about it, we never really talked about it. We could talk about it today.
Let's talk about it, okay? She lied. Lock her up.
Really lied on?
My other co-host, the Josh Giddey's lawyer, 10. How you doing, 10?
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so glad to be back in the pod. Full strength. Shout out Guled.
Full strength. And last but not least, we got the big man, the main man, Big Fish. How you doing, Big Fish? And no rope today. 2 episodes in a row. Are the lazy takes done?
I didn't know we were road watching. I didn't know we were road watching. You know, what if it wasn't mine?
That's not. Anyway, listen. Let's just get to the big thing. Let's attack the elephant in the room, and the LeBron James.
Zion. Oh,
I thought we were going to.
That's so crazy. No.
Okay.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. LeBron James.
I think I should go first. I should go first.
Cut me off nonstop.
Yeah, no, because you're just not going right where you need to go with this, okay? You guys can go talk about the game, but, obviously we all saw what it was. LeBron's still the best player on the court no matter what.
What does it mean for his legacy?
AD had a good game, this and that, but really, the Lakers are shameless for what they did to my man's Tyrese. Absolute shameless. Are we really blitzing 2 at him every play? Every single play.
Someone has to make the play.
That's just Mickey. I want a replay of that game. I want a replay.
That reminds me. Hold on, I'm real quick because I've been doing every week updates. Update on my freshman girls. Listen, that sounds weird. My freshman team for girl basketball. Okay, we are now 3-0. The girls that we lost to in the first scrimmage, our first game, our first scrimmage, we lost to them.
The second
game, it was a real slow. And by the way, they're playing a 2-3 the whole time. The whole time they refused to switch. I'm like, come on, you're not gonna get better playing 2-3. I said it. 2-3, you're not gonna get better playing.
What did you do about
what
that?
What I do about it? I didn't overload. Listen, basketball IQ for everyone right here, right now. This for everyone. I'm dropping knowledge. When
Yeah.
there's an even front zone, a 2-3, all right, then you have to overload it by having 3 up top. You need an odd number up top. Okay, if there's an odd number zone, so a 1-3-1, you have to do it even up top. That's the only way to beat those zones. That you have the ball fake and pass and get deep out of position. You're all welcome. This is free coaching. No, this is why I'm 3-0. Not my girls. Me. Okay, me. I'm 3-0. Okay,
Yep.
you understand what I mean? No, I'm kidding. But it was a real slow, methodical game. The first quarter, I ain't gonna lie to you, I messed up. I thought that they were running a 1-3-1, and I called the wrong play for the whole first quarter, and we scored 0 points. But I tested. I was like, I looked at her like, this is not 1-3-1. This is a 2-3. She's the other girl just grabbing her from half early. I don't know why. All right, and it messed me up. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I adjusted, and then we won the game. So
Sadik, who in the NBA right now do you model your coaching game after? And why is it Ime?
brother.
If it's Ime, you're my favorite.
Brother, listen, I'm loyal. Let me get that to that.
Come on.
I'm loyal. Let me get that to that.
Right, you guys go off the rails so fast.
Let me get this. Glenn, the song of symbols without you. This is what happens when you're gone. There's no more rules. There's guns on. There's guns on set. I'm good with arenas.
Play the music. Yeah.
Look at Glenn. Without you, we're in shambles. Okay, I got West eBay from a loyal husband or unloyal man. We got you, brother. What you wanna do? All right, let's go back to the topic. LeBron James, LeGoat James. How does this affect his legacy? In-season tournament, the first one ever. And Big Fish, go ahead.
I don't know how this really affects his legacy because we gotta see how this tournament turns out in hindsight. Like, you know what I mean? But like, I do think being the first to win it is pretty cool. But what's really important is the legacy of the LA Lakers because they said they're not going to hang this banner, right? But if I'm correct, they're hanging banners from Minnesota in that stadium, right? And before we get the Celtics won when everyone was looking black and white. Lakers won 5 championships before the Celtics won 1. Everyone know that. So just move on. Just next. Just want you to know that.
All right, Guled. Since you, because I know you are a greatness watcher. So you tell me, what does this mean? Legacy watcher, Guled. You tell me.
I think this was great for LeBron to win because it's like, first of all, LeBron's cheap as hell. No way he should be playing that hard as a billionaire for $500,000 and talking about how excited he is to cash in that check. That's first of all. Dwayne Wade was right about him. Their brother's a cheapo. But it was an opportunity to display greatness, and that's exactly what you've seen from the beginning of the tournament till the end. The Lakers were dominant.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron
undefeated as well.
Yeah, were they undefeated?
Yeah, they were undefeated.
Yeah,
both teams were undefeated.
LeBron was playing his ass off. There was many nights. I don't know if you guys saw the game before this one when the Lakers played. I forgot who they played right before that. Pels. I mean, in-season tournament absolutely dominated them.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god,
he was taking charges. He was locked in. He was hitting deep threes. Like he was hitting half-court threes and turning around before they went in.
No, he was struggling.
And then you get a signature Anthony Davis game to finish it off. I mean, fantastic. It was just great. And I'm not surprised that the Lakers won either, to be quite honest.
Do you think they're going to win from the jump?
You could predict that they were going to win from the jump because, like, LeBron's a tryhard. He's a sweat.
It's not about tryhard. The storyline. You think NBA's going to give up that storyline? Our GOAT on the LA Lakers, arguably, before I say anything, Boston fans, the best team of all time. Okay. With the arguably GOAT is going to win the first easy term. Come on, brother. I'll tell you this. I was late to the script, Adam Silver. I was late to it. But the second I saw LeBron in that quarter, I said, oh, this is a script. LeBron has to win this. This is a documentary.
Let's not forget LeBron. Like LeBron wins games like that matter.
That's what he does.
And he has a fantastic roster this year, and they're actually starting to gel. So, this could be something to watch as the year continues.
That's true.
Yeah. We're not gonna say it's scripted, but let's talk about it. When Adam Silver was cooking up the IST, Try
Come
to
on, bro. We're
tell
not
me.
calling it that. No,
No,
I'm putting my
no.
foot down.
Bro, it's the thing.
I'm,
Everybody says the thing. The league
I'm
says
not
the
calling
league-
it IST.
Adam
Okay,
Silver
That actually
says
sounds like a degenerative
STD.
disorder.
That's what it
Adam
sounds like.
Silver says IST. But when
What
he
you
was
know about
cooking
that,
it up,
Pablo?
you can't tell me he wasn't hoping for the Lakers to do it, or for the Lakers to make. Because number one, even though LeBron might not be the best player like consistently in the league, he's still the face of the league, right? So, and it was good for him to win it and the Lakers to win it, their historic franchise. And Guled, I know you said LeBron was playing for that money. We know he wasn't playing for that money, bro. Like,
Yes, he
like
was.
he was not playing for that money. First of all, he was playing for the guys on his team to get that money, and he was doing Adam Silver a solid to give him to make the IST look as big as possible. Because I know you guys saw the report. LeBron wants that team in Vegas. He's
Yeah, he
trying to
wants
get a
the
team in Vegas.
Yeah.
He's trying to get that team. So him and Adam Silver are like this, guys.
10.
Again.
10. Let me listen. Hold up. Ready? That's so Raven. I see the picture. Let me tell you exactly what LeBron James is
What
gonna say.
what's the plan?
Okay, this is gonna say, hey guys, the second I won, the second I played that championship game for the IST in Vegas, I knew the atmosphere in Vegas was perfect for a team. So I just want to make sure I started a team here.
Yeah.
But I was a kid from Akron.
Just a kid from Akron.
It was my own NBA team now. It means everything to me. Hashtag crownless king or whatever he says. Anyways, look,
When you
I
said
see that
I think gambling needs to be abolished in the NBA.
Absolutely.
we are a halal podcast.
You know
No
what?
gambling.
I want to speak on that after this.
Yeah, this.
I want that to be a topic.
It's not going anywhere. I hope.
Yeah,
It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere.
In season
I'm
first.
sad
Let's
to
wrap
break
up the
it to
in
you.
season first.
Oh,
long-
let's shout out the other side of the equation.
Yes,
with
sir. Let's go.
with the Pacers.
Yes.
Tyrese Halliburton. I know we had a Jamal Murray to Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
Back and forth, which I still stand by. By the way,
And you're on your own.
I know.
Sometimes people play on the wrong
Tyrese is
side of
real.
history.
Tyrese is looking real sexy right now. I know he's the sexy thing out right now, but let's not forget that Jamal Murray does what he does in the
I have a
playoffs
question.
as well.
Before we move on, one question. Guled, Jamal Murray on the Pacers right now. Is he doing what Tyrese Halliburton did? And please say it with a straight face.
Well, why do you have to do what he did? Why can't he do what he does?
Okay, but is that team as successful with Jamal Murray
Yes.
at the
Better
point?
question.
I don't know. I can't answer that
No.
question.
I don't know.
Are you asking me if they're gonna be a lower half of the playoffs play-in type team? I think they could be with Jamal Murray. Tyrese Halliburton doesn't have them at the top of the East. Let's not act like he has them at a formidable playoff position.
Just
All
so
right.
you know, if Jamal Murray was on the Pacers right now, Jokic is not following him there.
Okay, yeah, but he got his boy Bruce Brown.
Come on, bro.
He's got Obi Toppin.
We're not
He's got
talking
Ben
about-
Mathurin. He's got Rick Carlisle. They got pieces.
What you just talked about is not even a quarter of what Jokic does on the Nuggets. Not even a quarter of what the Jokic does on the Nuggets.
Whatever. This argument's gonna have to wait. All right, but let me know.
That's all
Let me tell you something. My boy's chipped up. You will respect Jamal Murray.
I respect the chip.
I
Glenn.
respect him.
No, you guys don't respect
No, I
Jamal
do,
Murray.
but you-
We made it very clear.
No,
You made it very clear.
but
Before
Guled.
Tyrese even did any of this, which is the best
Guled.
in his career, by the way. He's putting up video game numbers right now, okay?
Yeah, but here's
He's
the thing,
looking
though.
good.
Here's the thing. I'll tell you why I disagree. All right, and I said it even last time. I'll tell you why. Okay, it's hard to put Jamal Murray over Tyrese Halliburton. Even last year, all right, when he won the ring, because Jamal Murray is to me is a better scorer. That's it, though. That's it. Period. That's it. Okay, I'll tell you why. Jamal, all right. When he played with Jokic, you tell me I'm wrong. That's at least, no matter who you are, if you play 30 minutes a night, that's at least plus 5 points. And plus 5 points or whatever you do, that's plus 5. Jokic will give you.
Why every time you bring up Jamal Murray's name, you talk about Jokic?
Because they're attached to the hip, Glenn. That's
Yes.
the being a second option. That's the
Nah,
coach.
man.
That's why.
You act like Jamal Murray's whole game doesn't, not whole game, sorry. Like more than half of his game doesn't come around playing around Joker.
And
Right.
When he's putting up 50 bombs in the playoffs, that was all Joker, right? All right, guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
when he
When he was going up and under through LeBron and AD at the rim, that was Jokic, right? That was Jokic who did that.
Look at the way he's trying to
Guys.
win the fans. He's just saying iconic moments
No,
to shut
no,
us
this
up.
is-
I'm talking for a stretch.
comparison.
What iconic moments has Tyrese had?
Whatever. Anyway,
What iconic moments has he
let's
had?
talk about this.
He lost America a ring in the Team USA just now.
You got it.
A loser. Guess what? He called himself a loser. Jamal Murray has never called himself a loser.
What do you do after that?
What do you mean?
What do you do after he called himself a loser? He took down the Celtics, on the Bucks. He put up a damn good fight against LeBron. All right,
Guys,
Again, good.
Eric
Playing with
Olsen.
Jokic, no matter what happens, if Jamal Murray forever plays with Jokic, it's gonna be a hard argument for you to win. I'll tell you why. Right? Right?
Oh, I already won the argument.
No, you haven't.
This
I know
the
you
poll.
won.
The poll agreed with me.
That's
lost
the
Congratulations.
argument.
The poll's still wrong.
Our fans agree to me. What else do you want?
Listen,
Oh, wait, no. Our fans
I have a
agree.
question. If you put the poll back up right now, what happens?
I think we get the same result. Actually,
I don't think you do.
people are
Okay.
recent by
Anyways, when you play with someone as great as Jokic, who arguably is the best player in the league right now, right? No matter what happens, right? Because Jamal Murray has stretches, but Halliburton has to do it for his team. Jamal Murray can have a bad game. Halliburton, you saw what happened. Halliburton had a bad game. What happened?
Listen,
What happened?
Sadik, you don't even
He lost.
You don't even have to say all this. Listen, Tyrese Halliburton is closer to Joker than he is to Jamal Murray. And let's just move on after that. Let's talk about it. The guy is shooting. He's shooting almost 45% on pull-up jumpers from three behind the arc.
Not even better than De'Aaron Fox. Not even better than
Not better
Shea.
than Fox.
No,
he's
not.
He's not better. You know
No,
what?
he actually-
Oh my God! You don't lie to Shea. What are you? It's so inconsistent.
I'll tell you right now. I think Shea's better than Halliburton. That's what I think.
De'Aaron Fox is De'Aaron Fox is.
I think Halliburton's better than Fox. I think they're all very close. But
Actually,
if you told me,
It's like you don't watch the playoffs.
I have a question, Sadik. Are you saying better as in
a better
player as in
individual-
like, oh, this player would be if it was an MVP race and it was just
the way
it would be a buck, or you saying better player
the
as
way I rank players is if I put you on your own team, how far are you taking them? I think Shea would take them the furthest.
I don't
I
like
think
that.
Halliburton
I
would
do
be
like
second.
that.
I think Jamal Murray better than Fox. Hot take. I do.
No,
All right.
He's not. But let's look at this though. Right? Let's look at this. They all have to do something to make them elite, right?
Yeah.
Guled would say Jamal Murray's shot making ability makes him elite, right? Because he's not a passer, straight up.
He is a passer.
Cool.
He's
No, he's
underrated.
not.
He's an underrated passer.
Like,
underrated.
if we said for Shea, what would we say? His offense, right?
Yeah.
Right, and he's low-key doing an all NBA defensive first team, second team type bid this season. Anyways, you gotta look at the numbers. Tyrese Halliburton though got the best of both worlds in playmaking and scoring combination.
No, but guys,
Out of those names you said, I honestly truly believe he's the best player. He might not be flat out
for
player.
me.
He might not
you got to do it in the playoffs
every night, but you could do it in the playoffs. Shut up! Just shut up.
Do it in the playoffs.
We gotta do.
Listen.
Who
No.
had to sniff the playoffs? What are we talking about?
Who has the sixth playoffs?
Shea has not done this in the playoffs, and you guys all rave about him.
I didn't even say
I'm just
anything.
saying, your perception. You're trying to
listen.
get someone out of this conversation.
guys.
Go ahead.
Can we talk about how dumb this argument is? Of Tyrese
This is
Halliburton and
stupid. I
Jamal
don't want to
Murray
be in this. Let's
are
leave.
the furthest players apart that they could be with each other in terms of play style, or we're comparing what they do. They do two completely different things on the court.
No.
Jamal Murray relies off scoring off Jokic's passing, and Tyrese Halliburton is a floor general.
Off Jokic's passing.
That's exactly what it is.
Tyrese has his team the number one half-court offense in the league right now.
Good. Jokic is the floor general of that team. Everything runs through him.
Fact.
Jamal Murray doesn't eat unless Jokic tells him he can eat. Tyrese Halliburton,
Solid clap for that one.
and he makes sure
That was a
everybody
bar.
else eats. That's what happens. But if you put Jamal Murray on the Pacers right now, that's a hot take. That was a hot take. But if you put Jamal Murray on the Pacers right now, he could score. Can he probably average 30? Maybe. But nobody else in that team is going to eat like Tyrese Halliburton is letting them eat right now. That's the thing. But if
He's letting them eat real well at the bottom half of the East.
If you put Tyrese Halliburton on the Nuggets right now,
The East is loaded.
Tyrese Halliburton right now. Because Tyrese Halliburton isn't a pure scorer.
Put John Moran on them Pacers, they'd be a top 4 seed. Let me tell you that, my boy.
Who? John Morant on where?
On the Pacers.
Okay.
Maybe. Actually, maybe.
John Morant.
Honestly,
John Morant.
no.
John Morant's doing something for me to actually make him think he's a more valuable player because the Grizzlies look terrible right now. So we'll see what he could do when he's back on the
Look,
Grizzlies. But
Guled,
Tyrese Halliburton, Jamal Murray, I don't think that's a good comparison.
y'all have to realize who Guled is. Guled is a under the lights. Show me who you are. That's when Guled really examines. Everything else is just foreplay. It's just a backstory.
Yeah, everyone gets sexy stats in this new
No,
NBA.
I get it.
I don't
But
see.
however, I'll tell you why. This is my right. Again, all right. Jamal Murray is elite. Please, I hate when fans. It's not an insult. All right, Jamal Murray is elite. Every name we have said in this pod so far for point guards is super elite. Let's get that out of the way. All right. Okay, let's get that out of the way. All right. But say, and even John, I'm glad you said John, right? To me, all right, I see how they play. And I've seen the players around them. All right. Now, I'm willing to admit I could be wrong. This is again, I said the curse of being a second option, which Jamal Murray is. I'm not saying there's not moments where he becomes the first option, but the curse of being a second option is it's harder to examine Jamal Murray compared to all these first options because their jobs are not the same.
Yeah.
The Thunder don't work without Shea. All right, the Kings don't work without Fox. The Pacers don't work without the Pacers don't work without Halliburton. The Grizzlies really don't work without without Ja. The Nuggets do work without Jamal Murray. Not as high, as efficient, or as good, but they work because Jokic is there.
And the Rockets don't work without Brooks. Now, where are we going with this?
All I'm saying is, all right, we are doing all this, and again, I'm saying we're arguing, but Guled examines it differently than all of us. This is what Guled waits to be proved wrong. That's what he did, right? Where we jump the gun, and we could be wrong sometimes. Guled waits to be proved wrong. You say, okay, this guy proved me wrong, but now he's higher.
He's a safe pick guy. No cojones, man.
Is that fair, Guled? Is that fair? Is that fair what I said?
Yeah, no, you said it perfectly. He wants to
I'm not saying all that.
He wants to have the moral high ground on every take. Yeah. He's a weak guy.
I'm not ready to crown people these early. That's why all these players be getting paid so quickly because you guys want to give them the crown right away.
The rings matter. I get you. The rings.
Hey, I'm not talking about just rings. I'm not talking about just rings. All right. When you need them most, will they vanish? I've seen this story before. Okay. I've seen this stuff.
Okay.
Murray
hasn't had multiple times.
Tyrese, I'm just saying Tyrese is awesome. They're having fantastic offensive, historic run right now, but y'all haven't seen anything yet. You guys have not seen anything.
Jamal Murray has never done. Right now, Tyrese Halliburton.
No. Jamal Murray's done things that Tyrese Halliburton has never done.
Because he dropped 50 in the playoffs. Is that why? Because he
acting like 50 in the playoffs is something to sniff at.
We're just gonna have to move on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on. Well, he hasn't even done things. He hasn't even done things that Ja's done.
I'll take control. Grab this one.
He hasn't done things that Fox has done.
Reel it in.
Hey, Fox led his team to a top 4 seed in the West.
Listen, Fox is amazing, but Jamal Murray is still better than him. Anyways, I'll do real quick. So, what's the thing about gambling you want to talk about?
Oh no, I'm about to cook. This is the most deep.
And we're done with that. So, guys,
Andy literally has a FanDuel Sports account, 6 accounts.
Well, I don't.
That's tough. I was just kidding.
We are halal.
Gambling is one of the most degenerate and cancerous thing that has infiltrated the NBA, and I'm very disappointed in all the board members who voted on allowing it to be part of the game. I'm watching games in halftime and I'm seeing live spreads over and unders and stuff. And let me tell you something. Sadik, your friend, right? Let me tell you something. You're a law-abiding citizen, correct?
Yes, sir. Well, sometimes.
Right.
Yes.
But say you hang around 10 who likes to dabble in non-law-abiding citizen activities, right?
I wonder what. All right.
Is this hypothetical?
And he does that consistently. He does that consistently and gets caught consistently, right? You wouldn't really want to be partnered with that guy, even though it's there. Yeah. You wouldn't want to be, connected to that because it makes it a liability to you and your product. I don't know where I was going with that explanation, but basically I'm saying the NBA didn't need gambling, right? Mm-hmm. It didn't need gambling. So I don't understand why
they already had it.
I think they wanted to get ahead on it and they were just money hungry, but honestly they didn't need to do it. First of all, gambling in itself is just a different thing, right? I'm just talking about the way it's introduced.
Yeah,
right?
Now it's advertised with the NBA.
Absolutely.
Like FanDuel cover, whatever.
It's gonna be worse than like alcohol soon.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, and I make this quick, and I'll avoid the type of religion, even though gambling haram.
No, I'm just thinking about the
No,
NBA
I know,
product.
right?
It's not
But
good for NBA product.
and I'll tell you what the issue is, right? One, the NFL, who I say consistently when I say this, please understand what I mean. NFL is the most successful sports business in the United States, and by far,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
not even close. All right,
For sure.
the NFL was the first one
MLB
to do
not
it.
up there? Is that better?
No,
than
no,
NBA?
MLB had a start, but NFL by now, like, look at any.
NFL,
I
yeah,
say
it probably
success. I'm
brings in the
talking pure
most.
money, pure money. NFL is clearing everyone. All right, but I think that it goes the most viewed, the most viewed NBA championship game.
Once a week tax. Once a week tax.
But it works. It
Yeah,
works.
I'm
Like,
just
I'm
kidding.
not
Keep
saying
going,
it's
keep going.
fair, but
Keep
all
going.
right. The NFL started doing this 2-3 years ago. 10, right? Me and you watch NFL 2-3 years ago. They're like FanDuel covers, and you watch
A
the
little, a
NFL
little
Red
before
Zone.
that. A little
Yeah,
before
even
that.
before that, let me tell you, the NFL's playing catch up. I saw this coming. That's a Raven again. I saw it coming. I was like, oh, the NBA's gonna do this because it's making money. All right, and let me. At the end of the day, that's Adam Silver's job, is to make money. All right, and the NBA, whether or not it's the facts or not, because of COVID, because of some people's views on politics. All right, fan viewership has been up and down. All right, but
Yeah.
like it hasn't been to what it was before COVID. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
The NBA trying to go get that back. They see, yo, let's get these extra funds from these guys. All right. And it's
Yeah.
going to happen regardless. Ten, go ahead. I see you want to say
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, but the thing is, Abdi, that question you asked, I agree with you, but we're asking three different questions. Because number one, with the NBA, we're asking if it's morally correct for them to do that, if it's financially correct, and if it's correct journalistically. Like, for example, morally, I think everyone would agree that sports gambling and gambling as a whole is one of the strongest addictions that people can get
It's
addicted to.
terrible. It's terrible.
So you never win, the house always wins. That's the most famous saying in gambling. But financially, with all of these states making gambling and sports betting legal, it's only you could see the crystal ball that where all these leagues are going to try to get their money and they're going to double dip. Like, for example, NBA, and I think I don't know if you guys saw it, ESPN just bought or partnered with Penn Gambling. Now they have ESPN Bet, right?
Yeah.
So now you could bet straight from the ESPN site, and that has a lot of people talking about people that write articles or the news breakers at ESPN. They could have a say in the odds, so they could swing odds in that way. So people don't know how much they should trust reports that are coming from, like, for example, one of the world are leading in sports, and Adam Silver is doing the same thing. And if we see the TNT broadcast, we see the NBA TV broadcast, they show the odds and everything. As time goes on,
So
they're
nasty.
gonna let people make bets straight off the NBA app and say, okay, who's scoring the next basket?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
it's going to be a part of the sport.
morally,
That's
not
the
good,
thing.
but it's
And
going to be great for
how
their
much
money,
can
though.
the NBA, like, how much can the NBA prove that they don't affect the gambling side of it?
Well, actually,
You know,
I'll tell you where. I'll
how
tell
much,
you like
like,
this.
'cause you can
I'll tell you
partner
like
all you
this.
want, but how much can you like honestly prove? Because let me tell you something. This is going to be at the Supreme Court in 5 to 10 years. I promise this. I promise this. The NBA
Yeah.
will be called up.
Because people are
promise
already,
it.
Abdi,
No,
people
listen,
are already
And
accusing-
Adam Silver's not going to get any representation. That boy a lawyer.
Yeah.
Nah,
No, guys, listen. All I want to say is this, guys, right? And I'm going to tell you how it's
I'll
already
be a
rigged.
representative.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story, then we'll move on to the next thing, right? But all right, a friend of mine, all right, this is when I was in college, we're watching the game. All right, this I think Draymond was one game away from a bonus. All right,
Mhm.
all right, and he knew that. So this guy was a gambling addict. He would gamble every game, every night. He paid rent that way. He was good at it. He did like, oh, I'll do $300 on LeBron winning this game because he has to, but like you know, and he paid rent that way. So I worked for him for a while. This man put, I'm talking, I think damn near $2,000 on Draymond getting 0-0-0 across the board. All right.
I saw that.
All right. Draymond came into and then right, and then a few hours before the game, it came out that Draymond was gonna check into the game and they'd be subbed out as soon as possible. All right. This man put $2,000 on that. He said 0-0-0, but like a week before, or not a week before,
It
a
was
few
that
days
day
before.
before they
Like
closed it off.
yeah. So he counted it. He knew beforehand. All right, from some gambling Reddit or whatever. A bunch of fans slammed that. Oh, let's go, right? A tip-off happens. He fouls, but Draymond has his bonus. He's happy. He goes to the locker room. And this guy I know, all right, I want to say made a plus, like so he got his $2,000 back, and then he also got, he was planning on getting extra 3,500 or something like that, right? He was like, "Yo, I got rent for the rest of the year." Like he was like, "Oh, I'm happy." All right. FanDuel came down and said, "Hey, we're not allowing this."
Yeah.
Right, and there's nothing he could do about it. He said, "Oh yeah, it was not fair to other people because you put
They
this
think
back
he had that
beforehand."
inside info. So
Yeah, and but he's like, "No," he's like, "But I did the research. I counted the games. I saw his contract. I counted. It was there. All right, it was a public information. But like, it's not fair." And I'm telling you right now, what's stopping the NBA from doing that? This is why I say, and I'll move on. This is why I say like gambling is not good because what doors does it open? You know,
Yeah.
when Donovan Mitchell has 30 points, like, ooh, my uncle bet that I would have about under 32. Let me stop right here. You know, what doors does it open? What doors is open? That's all I'm gonna say. All right, but we're arguing.
And then the online bullying of these players for not hitting their parlays.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna be even worse. All right. And my question is, who's gonna online bully the ref that ejected Jaylen Brown? Big Fish, go ahead.
That was the biggest ego trip I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, really?
Listen, some people don't even know what Jaylen Brown's voice sounds like. That's how nonchalant this guy is, right? Like, he's one of those Malcolm X look the other way, you know what I mean? Type of bro.
Are you speaking from a place of bias, by the way?
No, listen, I watched the game. I was watching it live, right? He fouled what's his name? Jalen Brunson on a kind of like a reach, but it was one of those reach where he went across and he didn't touch his body really, but like he went across. Ref blew the whistle. First of all, I don't even know this ref. We have a lot of new refs in the NBA right now that I don't know. Blew the whistle. JB looked and said, "Hey,
Which JB?
Huh?
Which JB?
Jaylen Brown."
Oh, okay.
Weirdo. You're not even a New York fan anymore, weirdo. Anyways, he said, "Don't call that weak ass shit." Right? My opinion. That might be a good day in the office for a ref because you know how these players are. You know what I mean? You've seen Draymond foam at the mouth to talk to the refs. You know what I mean? Text him up. Okay, that's crazy, but okay. You know what I mean? You want to set boundaries like, yo, don't do that. All right? Got it. JB goes to the bench and the ref walks away. He's at the half court line, right? JB's talking to the ref closest to our bench and says, "This is bullshit," right? And waves off the just waves off the ref. He wasn't talking to the ref that gave him the tech. The ref that gave him a tech was looking from half court, looked at the wave, threw him another tech.
They make things so personal.
He wasn't even talking to him anymore.
No, I honestly
He was
seen.
Guled, he was on the bench.
I know. I'm saying I've seen the ejections have gotten out of control.
Out of control.
And again, this goes back to the whole betting thing. Who's to say they didn't have a little parlay going on themselves?
That's what I'm
You
saying.
get ejected plus 5,000.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
And just recently, they Tatum was ejected as well. I think versus Philly. I think it got rescinded. Like one of the texts.
I hate the
wait,
rescinding.
wait. Oh, they were saying, oh, not the just one of the texts.
Yeah, one of the texts. So he shouldn't have been thrown out. Something like that.
But what does that do in the after effect? Like, you know, if we lost that game,
that has real. He doesn't.
No,
have to
I know. If he gets more time,
you pay fine.
You don't get fined, and when you get enough texts, you get suspended.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm saying if we lost that game, let's say it was a meaningful game.
We're gonna lose that game. He was stinking it up. Anyways, this is honestly, I don't want to make this about JB, but honestly, now that listen, this is fun because we're talking about something we were talking about the in-season tourney, which affected the product of the NBA, right? And then now we're talking about gambling, which was affecting the product of the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now we're talking about the main molesters of the product.
They got their hands on the
molesters.
Do we have an NBA refs problem? Do we have a referee problem?
Listen, we talk about this every week.
I don't care.
This is becoming a running thing in this pod right now.
A terrible job, in my opinion. Terrible.
I feel like last year it was more of the foul calls and stuff, but this year they're just throwing people out left and right.
We can all speak about it because I have a level of expertise in the NBA. 10 has a level of expertise in football. Sadik has a level of expertise in soccer. Are these the worst refs in professional sports? Are they?
This is. I mean, everybody can make a case for a different league, right? But the refs and especially the ejections in the NBA the past the season so far is becoming a running thing in this podcast. Like last week, I know we talked about Scott Foster. By the way,
Oh no, that's different. Shout out to Scott Foster. That's my boy.
I heard that, by the way. You guys did a bad job covering that one. What the hell's wrong with you guys?
Thank you, Guled. Help me, Guled.
Wait. One thing. I know one thing. Do you guys see Scott Foster pulled up to the in-season tournament with a black eye? I don't know if you guys saw it.
Oh no.
Why does this color matter?
He pulled up with a black eye. I don't know what happened.
Who cares what his boyfriend's color is, bro?
I don't know.
I don't condone
what
that.
happened.
Don't condone it. No.
No. But something happened. I think I'm not going to go there. Something happened.
Having Chris Paul hit it privately. Like, let's end this shit right now. Whoever wins.
But it definitely sounds like I don't know if it came from Adam Silver, it came from the league as a whole. The refs are having a much shorter leash on the players this year, and they're giving texts a lot.
That's something they said early this year,
and they're throwing people out. Yeah. They're not taking disrespect from players, and I think honestly, I think it takes away from the game.
Yeah. No, I'll say from a soccer. Look, I'll say this. I think out of all the leagues, that all of us watch, I don't watch baseball, so sorry to all the baseball fans. I think out of all the leagues all of us watch, I think the best refs are NFL. Yes, they have bad calls.
I agree. I
think the best refs are NFL. Now, all these refs, you ask any fan, they're going to say the refs suck, regardless. But, all right, I think NBA, it's between NBA and soccer. Soccer, it might be the whole if you guys know VAR.
I feel like that's a system communication issue. Like
but it falls under.
They have something in place that should work, and it's not working.
It's not working. Yeah.
So NBA refs.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good point. I don't think the refs themselves are
exactly.
But like the VAR system, but the NBA refs are dog shit. But this is gonna be every week. We'll talk about this.
Soccer punishes refs. They demote them if they do a bad job. NBA refs, you can't touch them. They're puck. You can't touch them.
You're right. No,
you can't get an answer out of them. You can't speak to them after the game. You can't do nothing. No accountability.
I think
unless you're Michael Jordan. I believe you, Michael. I believe
you. I think all we need is for refs to be allowed, not like they can say no, whatever, but be able to go do a press conference. Here's the. I'll tell you why. If a ref came out and said, "I missed that call. It's my bad," that's it. I would take that and be like, okay. You move on. If a ref came out, the play I think about all the time. I don't know why. The play where Kevin Durant was blatantly out of bounds with the Warriors and saving that ball.
That was so bad.
Oh yeah.
Imagine. Listen. A quick role play. You're a reporter.
I'm not role playing with you after this conversation.
I'll role play. I got you, Sadik.
Go ahead.
So, what do you want me to ask you about? If he messed up the call?
Yeah.
Coach Sadik.
Ref
Sadik. We see that after the replay, that KD stepped out of bounds and you missed the call. How do you feel about it?
It's great. Watching that replay, I don't know how I missed that, but I did. They play people at very fast speeds, and they're very athletic. And I was watching more of his body and his hands over his feet. And KD's just so tall. I thought the man was still in bounds. I didn't know he was standing sideways. So that's on me. I do apologize for missing that big call to miss. I'll try to do better next time.
Just to let you know, that's never going to happen.
I know, but if they came out and said that, you'd be like, that sucks, but okay, at least
you can grab the camera like Pat Bev did and show them the foul or what happened, and they're gonna throw you out the game.
What Pat Bev did was crazy though. That was
crazy. Is it crazy? It's bringing them 4K evidence.
Yeah.
How about this though? Sorry, I like where you're heading. I say, pay them more if you're gonna do that. Yeah. Pay them more. So, because they're giving up a level of privacy to do post-game speak.
And not privacy, the word is power. That's what they're giving up, a level of power and control.
You're gonna see more refs' faces in street clothes and stuff. You're gonna be able to see this and that.
If I see Joey Crawford, let me tell you, I'm gonna hug that man. I miss you, Joey.
I don't know. I feel like that'd give him more of a platform, though.
I don't. That's just not the way. Solid. Every referee crew. You know how there's 3 now, right, per game.
Yeah.
You need a retired player. You need a retired player.
Or a crew leader.
You need a retired player
So
that players are
Richard
not
Jefferson?
going to talk to like that.
Like Richard Jefferson when he tried
Yes.
that one game.
Give me Rasheed Wallace in one of these crews. Who you talking to?
Rasheed
you
Wallace
talking
is never
to?
be a ref.
Nah.
Give me
No, it's an
Rasheed
op.
Wallace,
Yo,
Kevin
what?
Garnett,
Oh,
Kevin
Matt
Garnett.
Barnes. Matt
Matt
Barnes.
Barnes. Give me those three.
Y'all are laughing, but I'm so serious.
No, I'm with you. I mean, I'm with you. What do you want to do?
Ex-player
JD comes up and says, "That's what we call." And nigga, what do you want to
Yeah,
do about it?
exactly. Player that doesn't have power over the officials, but he's there to help them with
Yeah,
managing personalities
yeah,
and like you know what I mean. The players can go to him, hey, this ref's tripping, and then that ref will go speak to them about this and that. Blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
It would just
No, I got you. I feel like everyone's gonna talk about it, so it is what it is.
yeah.
It's a weekly
Um,
thing.
Let's talk about that. Something kind of something related, which I think is a great point to growth. But why don't you start off Porzingis and his comments about his role on the Mavericks during the playoffs?
Yeah.
Someone set the
Okay.
table.
Okay, Big Fish, set the table, then I'll respond.
Okay.
All right. Big Fizz,
You
go
want me
ahead.
to say or you go?
No, you should
Well,
tip brother.
Okay. I'll just make it. I'll make it quick so you guys can like. So, JJ Redick's podcast, which is great podcast. JJ Redick's podcast, right? He just had Porzingis, and they were speaking on they touched on a lot of topics, and he asked them, about how was it in Dallas and stuff, and I believe it was because JJ was on the podcast on the Dallas at one point with Porzingis, and Porzingis spoke about his level of immaturity in Dallas, where like it wasn't really immaturity as like acting out, but where he could have been more of a professional. And one was when in the playoffs, I don't remember what team he said. It might have been Clip. I don't know what team he said, right? But Carlisle told him directly, "Hey, this is not going to be your series. You're going to be more of a corner, your corner player type thing." And he took big offense to that. And he said, "Okay, one of my immature ways was I'm gonna say, hey, I'm just not going to play for the team. I'm gonna be in the corner and show them like, hey, you want me in the corner? I'm not going to move from the corner. You're going to see me in the corner."
Yeah.
And he just spoke on that on one of his levels of immaturity and where he butted heads with those at Dallas.
Yeah. I think that was a big moment for Kristaps Porzingis, and it was big of him to admit that, and it's great for his growth as a player because when he came into the league, he came to the New York Knicks, number one.
Yeah.
A lot of them didn't know who he was.
As the guy, though, he came in and he was
came
the
in
guy
as
real
the
quick.
guy, but the thing is, he had to earn the respect first because he was a high
They
draft
booed
pick.
him.
They didn't know what he could do,
Yeah,
and then they booed him, and then he had to earn his respect. They showed he could be a great player. It didn't end up working, and then he thought he was in a perfect situation when he came to Dallas. He's like, okay, me and Luka, we're gonna do our thing.
He fought
Obviously,
injuries as well.
yeah, he fought injuries, and that's been a story throughout his career as a whole. But he's coming to a situation. He was like, okay, it's gonna be me and Luka. I'm gonna be like a real star of this team. We're gonna win. And hearing that from a coach shut him off, and he was in a forecourt of his career that could have really derailed his career if he didn't really change that mentality. But I think him changing that mentality, hearing that in retrospect, you can kind of see why when he went to the Washington Wizards, he had his career year, and then now having that mindset is going to help with the Celtics because right now he's playing a role. He's basically going to be a third option, sometimes second option, depending on the game, and he's going to have
Chucker.
he's going to have to basically switch roles, and he's not always going to be the guy. He's going to have to take a back seat. So him learning that in Dallas, I feel is only going to help the Boston Celtics, and it's great for him.
No, I think we forget, and I'm the number one culprit. I forget these guys that some guys come in the league 18, 19, 20. If you gave me a spotlight and said go, and like if I was any good at basketball and gave me a spotlight and $10 million to go out there and go hoop, let me tell you right now, I would not be ready at 18, 19, 20. I'll be go out there and someone says ball. I'm like, no nigga, watch this real quick. You know? like I'm like I think and I say me. I'm talking when I say we, I say me. So you guys can say it's not you. I forget sometimes, like I'm very hard on Jalen Green, for example. Right, I'm very hard on some of these young players, and I forget they're young. They're younger than me. They're me coming into college. All right, and I think I'm that sort of Porzingis, and I think a couple years on the Wizards show him, oh shit, this, and to win games, there's roles on the court. And then I think he made it to the playoffs with the Wizards 1 year, right?
No, they didn't make the play. He had
was
great
only on the
numbers
Wizards
though, but
one
they
year.
didn't.
He was. Shit, man, never mind. That one year
But
the
he had a
Wizards
great year. He had
was
a
a
great
quick,
year though.
yeah. But playing on the Wizards is a quick wake up call for anyone. So you know,
You never know when you're gonna get out.
yeah, you never know. You're like, damn. So when you get you really appreciate a coach giving you a role, like now it didn't work out in Maverick, but this shows sometimes all a player needs is a new team, a new coach, a new environment to go become that player. So I don't know, man. Just shout out Porzingis.
I was actually a little surprised that just hearing someone openly talk about sabotaging like their team in term, like even if he was being immature, I just like, wow, this stuff is happening.
Yeah,
Like especially from a high profile guy like Porzingis, where like through his career, people have mentioned that he's like kind of a little ways in the locker room sometimes. It was just kind of crazy to see him openly talking about it on the podcast. I thought it was interesting to say the
it was.
least.
It was because a lot of times players just won't admit that. You'll never hear from them. Shout out to all these podcast
I'm
players.
not. I think it's way more nuanced than that. Solid. If you're good at something, like if you're brought somewhere and you're really good, and the owner's saying we want to keep these guys together as much as possible, right?
Yeah,
And then the coach tells you just go in the corner, not even utilize you,
but
and you're only getting 2-3 shots per half. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You're just gonna be okay with that.
Now
I mean,
listen.
that person is Luca, by the way, and he has a certain play style.
Yeah, but it's
Oh.
also I think the key word
So
we're
why is
missing
that?
there.
Why does that make it
and-
okay though?
No,
And I'm not saying it makes it okay, but like
It's
I'm
not
saying
about-
that's the curse that can come with a player like Luca, especially when Porzingis wanted post ups, but Luca wanted post up too, and
Yeah.
who they
and
can give
one
that
space,
to?
Yeah, but also we
I
also need
don't
to look at
agree
it.
with that.
And what Brazinga said was, Rick Kyle told him this is not your series.
Yeah.
Like we've seen it happen. It happened to Dwight Howard with the Lakers. For one whole series, right? He was benched basically, right? But then versus the Nuggets, he came in and he was a crucial part of why they beat the Denver Nuggets, right?
But yeah.
Brazil at the time that was in series. Again, that's him learning. Because I know what you mean, Abdi, but when you say it like that, that's you saying it like the coach doesn't, which I'm not defending. I'm not saying the key word is not the key phrase is not whether or not the coach was right or wrong. The coach gave you a role. Everyone else accepted the role, whether you like it. Everyone else has.
I don't agree. I think that's on the coaching staff. A player as good as that, you can't just limit them to the corner. Like I mean, that's what
Let's
that's
talk
on the
about
coaching
it.
staff.
Let's talk about it. The coaching's wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Kristaps Porzingis is too good to be
Way too
out of a
good
series to be a corner sitter.
for a series.
Yeah. So of course he probably did the wrong thing mentally by actually saying, "Okay,
Yeah.
I'll show you guys how much you need me." But we could look at how bad coaching that is because Kristaps Porzingis could be utilized in any series with his skill set.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though, because we're talking in hindsight, right? And again,
Porzingis is not. You guys are acting like Porzingis has always been like someone you like. You're like he's gonna give me this every single night. Like he's not.
But he could be useful if he's healthy.
And I know for sure. But the
Yeah.
Celtics have done a great job of showing that.
Yeah, and the Wizards were. Here's the thing: you have to understand where he went to. He went to a team that already had their star. All right, and that's when the reports, like during this time with the Mavericks, when reports came out that Glenn was talking about of his locker room, all this and that, whatever. All right, so that's which now we know there's definitely some truth to it because of what Porzingis said that he was mentally, not. He said, "F you guys, I'm gonna stay in the corner." He didn't say it to them, but that's how he acted. All right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think, and I could be wrong. I don't think any coach told him to stand in the corner the whole series. But he just said it's not your series. All right, you're gonna be in the corner. All right, now there's other things he can do, right, to get involved in the game, to rebound, whatever, defense, etc.
All this shows me is Luka stinks.
No, I'm gonna land. Hold on. I'm gonna land. But then he went to a team of the Wizards where they're like, "Hey, we're not going to playoffs, or
we need your whole skill set.
Yeah, we need you for everything. Like you are the second star." And Bradley Beal was getting hurt a whole lot last year, so he said basically for a time he was the star. All right, and he blossomed. You put they put an environment where he could really, and then that's when we all like Ted. You said yourself that was his career year. That's when we're like, oh, this is who this guy is. Now he showed it. So we're talking in hindsight about something we saw last year. On the Mavericks,
there's flashes in Dallas and New York.
There was flashes, but
it wasn't consistent. You're saying,
but he didn't it wasn't consistent. He was getting hurt, which didn't help. It's hard to see who you are if you're always hurt and you come back and form.
And it's not as a coach, you have to look to maximize your players. And if I'm Rick Carlisle, I wouldn't mind maximizing Luka's potential over making room for Porzingis to have his touches because
Making room. He's the second best player on that team.
Yeah, but Luka's the first and second best player, and
Luka's
then there's everyone
That's
else.
that's just ignorant takes on basketball. You're the second. He's the second best player on the team.
No, Luka does so much for the
saying
team.
Go to the corner because we have Luka. It's okay.
It's only two players can do that. Harden and Luka can.
Not true. Anyways, if
put everyone in those positions.
If they lose, Porzingis is going to look bad as well. So you're telling a man to take no responsibility on on winning the game. I know you obviously have a role in winning the game, but you know what I mean. But then he's gonna sit there and take the blame because he is one of the star players. He is gonna take the blame.
Yeah, no, I agree. Look, to a point, I agree with you. However,
Luka wasn't Luka then either.
With Kristaps, that's when he was beating the Clippers on his own. So he was Luka then.
I'm saying we didn't have this. We don't have what he did that. Now we have that. Now we know Luka's Luka. I'm saying he was in the process of being Luka.
No, you already knew it at that point.
No, I think because Porzingis.
I'm not saying this to say him and Porzingis were close. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying
I know what you mean.
Luka wasn't good enough for you to say.
First playoffs. No, but the first playoffs he played right with Luka, Porzingis was hurt. All right.
Yeah.
So the second one when he came back, and then a year later he was traded.
Second round versus the Clips.
The second round versus and Porzingis was on and off still. Porzingis was still getting hurt on and off, even in the playoffs. That's my whole thing. We're talking about hindsight, but in retrospect, you look at it. Porzingis was not consistent enough to even be in the playoffs. Because even in the playoffs, he got hurt.
Consistently healthy. Please say consistently.
Yeah, no, consistently healthy, but that's what I mean. So the coach said at the time, listen, this is how we won. Because I believe he missed the whole first round. That's that second year of the Mavericks. I could be wrong. All right. I believe, not the whole first round, but definitely missed some games in the first round. All right. And then it came to second round, and I believe first game he didn't play, or second game he didn't play, one of the two in the second round. First, the Clippers. At that point, you're like, hey, we won the first round like this, and I'm just speaking in retrospect now, all right? Why would we change it? We want, yes, Porzingis was good. Porzingis was really good. And Porzingis, and now he's mature. I think now, if you put Porzingis now on that Mavericks team with the mindset and the growth and maturity he has now, he would have affected games in other ways. He would have rebounded.
He's also
only
much
the
better.
coaching changes.
And he's better. And he's better. But I'm talking maturity-wise because if you're not scoring, all right, that Kobe mindset, whatever, find something else to do. What else you going to do for
my last thing on this? This is also coming from a coach that's known to be a divisive coach for his own players. Dennis Smith Jr. came out and said this guy would play mind games with every single player. And he went into Luka's ear saying, hey, Dennis Smith Jr. is jealous of you, this and that, and watch it play out. That's all I'm going to say.
Rondo fell out with Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Hey, so like me and Ten said, this starts as a coaching issue.
You're not wrong, but however, Rick Carlisle is really good with star point guards. Look at Tyrese.
Yes,
he's really good.
Tyrese before he got there, buddy.
Rick Carlisle was there before Tyrese.
Was good in 10th grade, boy. Let's move on.
All right, stop. Come on. See, look, you give evidence.
All right, let's go next topic.
All right, next topic. This is a real quick one. All right, but I'm gonna let him do it. 10. I know it's the intro for the game show. All right, but I'm gonna use this intro. All right, I need you to introduce the Guled Weight Watchers corner. All right, that's what we're gonna introduce right now.
Go ahead.
All right, okay.
Guys, welcome. You know what that is. Welcome to the Weight Watchers Guled Corner with your host, Guled.
I'm the host.
We're here with Guled, Weight Watchers founder on the Weight Watcher 5on5 edition, founder, the man who loves to watch people weight. Guled, question for you. Stephen A. Smith and other reporters come out that Zion is fat once again.
Zion's fat? Zion's fat?
Okay, you know what? Wait. Let's go down. Let's go. What stars to you are fat? But go ahead and name them.
Well, we'll start with Zion. Luka's maybe fat. I also got
Jokic. You got NBA champ fat.
Yeah, Jokic is an interesting one. I would call him like a stretch Mark 5. So those are the fat players that come to mind. And Kyle Lowry.
Oh, Kyle
he's not
Lowry.
fat.
You can't forget Kyle Lowry.
No, hey, he's fat, but I ain't talking stomach. All
Oh,
right.
okay. And then
Hey.
George Niang.
No, hey, that is the listen. I'm gonna say right now, but that is the Sadik McLovin build in NBA prime right there. That's the build. If I was in the NBA, that's how I would look.
Mm. So
But hey,
why do you guys bring this up? What's going on with Zion?
You know why.
rumor. You know why?
You know why. Don't
You
ask.
know why?
I don't know why.
For this.
You know what? I think it's nasty work that report that Zion's fat came out after they lost the in-season tournament. Someone's salty they didn't get their 500K bonus. I also think that camera angle of Zion dribbling down the court is a nasty camera angle. I don't think he looked any fatter than he did, in another camera angle with that one. But I just thought that was messed up that they, are slandering the man now, because they didn't win that 500,000. I think that's kind of nasty work.
I think all losing does is starts to bring the truth out of your teammates and bring the truth out of the people around the team. Like, for example, Zion, when we heard before the season, we got the reports, hey, Zion, he's in his best shape of his life. This is his first real training camp. This is his first real training. And then it didn't take long for all that to go out the window. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if he feels
he had a good start. He had a good start. He played well in the beginning.
He had a good start, but he is not in the best shape of his life right now. And this is going down a really very dark path. And I feel like the reason for this game show is we're looking. Sadik, you said it early in the pod. We're looking into the crystal ball. What does it look like for the Pelicans for the rest of the season?
He doesn't look. I will say this, and I've said it before. Not only have I already told the SSI I was fat, and words were said about me for saying that or bringing it to light. Whatever. Okay, cool, fine. He doesn't want to take his health seriously. He doesn't want to take his health seriously. Whatever, not my problem. Let me tell you something though. The Pels need to cash in on Zion while everyone, is still thinking that he's a beast. I think he's great. I think he can still probably be the best player in the league. But why can't the Pelicans still win a championship without him? Brandon Ingram's playing the best basketball of his life. They have a fantastic squad and good assets. I think they should cash out on this Zion thing and get back some stars and go for their championship window with Brandon Ingram.
Okay, here's the thing, though, Guled. I'll tell you why they're not. I'm the Pelicans. One, all right, money. Let's get out of the way. Zion sells. People want to watch him. Don't know
What
why.
is he selling? What is he selling?
His jersey is up there for top selling jerseys. I think somewhere top 25. His jersey's up there.
I don't even know his number.
Number one, please respect him. Number two, Zion has showed, which we all talk about it. All right, when he wants to lock in and be, healthy and everything, he is a top 3, maybe even top 2 power forward in the league. The way he plays. All right, that All-Star.
Forward. What a sick position in this league.
No, but look, like
does it even exist? Does it exist anymore?
That All-Star year, he averaged 27 points a game. Like that's not like all on the inside. He dunked on Giannis. He was doing whatever. He ripped the ball for that's not shit you do.
You're the problem. You're living in the past.
No. I'll tell you this though. I agree with you. I say it all the time. Listen, trade Zion, but for what? Because with Zion, all right. With Zion, the Pelicans are in no rush. They're in no rush. All right. The SBI is getting older, but he's not near 30 yet. He's like 27.
And McCollum's getting older.
No, I understand that.
These guys that they have on their teams, contracts are going to get a lot more expensive coming soon.
But here's the thing, Guled. Zion and BI is their base. All right, they're not going to get something. There's no trade really out there they can get right now that's going to really be like, oh. Let's and maybe I'm wrong. The NBA
you're thinking championship.
Especially. Yeah, right. If you're going championship, there's no trade really going to be like, from a play-in team to a championship team. There's not a trade.
I don't think they're that far away.
Wait,
I don't think they're that far away.
There hasn't been a single team in the last maybe 6-7 seasons that has won an NBA chip without a top 5 player on their roster. That's a fact.
Yeah, I have a question before I say my thing though. That report that about Zion, them wanting to Zion to get back on his diet and he's not in shape. Did that come from the Pelicans organization or did that come from
a reporter that like a sports reporter for the Pelicans? So like he works, he's like a New Orleans sports reporter,
but not directly for the Pelicans. Okay,
no, if it came from the Pelicans, but it'd not be like sources locked in.
Yeah, that's because from what Guled said, I think they've been wanting to trade Zion for a minute now, but they're just trying to find a perfect window because, or the Pelicans, I think they're trying to find the best window, the best core for a championship window, and Zion is not in that picture. So I feel like they're trying to find.
I disagree because
And I think you could beat Zion in a race, dead ass, right now, baseline to baseline.
I think this pod can. But moving on.
No, not this part. You.
Thank you.
You'd win by. Never mind. Never mind.
Bro, all I'm saying is, bro, Guled, I hear what you're saying, but it's not that easy because you trade him. There's nothing that's gonna move.
Guled is an anarchist. He just wants to see you burn.
Wait. I'm asking this question.
Listen,
I have a question for you, Guled. Is there any trade they can do that would make them significantly better than what they are right now? For real.
Significantly better
or better? Well, I mean, like, is there a trade that can make them better?
I don't know. Wait, see who becomes available. But I'm saying that they shouldn't clutch him like he's some sort of pearl. Like, you know what I mean? Like, untradeable. I don't call him untradeable. Like,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
We've been called him untradeable in the past. I'm not.
I agree with that.
No, we learned NBA.
No,
everything's tradable. Everything's tradable.
Yeah, but there's reports coming out that people are untradeable, and he's not one of them.
No, he's not. But Zion to me is like a diamond that's covered in a lot of rocks, and you really got to get in there. But we've seen the sign before, and right before it's signed again, it was covered up again by a mountain. You got to get into that mountain and get Zion out.
All right. I just want to see this Pelicans core do something. They have really good role players.
I'm tired of it. I'll be honest. I'm tired of it. It's been. I say every time. Every team's window is not that big for a championship. The Pelicans, I think their window to grow it's closing on me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I'll be honest. I'll be the first one to say it. I know some people will get mad when I say it. I'm not that high on Bi. I think we've seen Bi at his best. All right. He's not gonna get, to me, in my humble opinion, he's not gonna get any much better than he already is. All right, we've seen it. I think Zion on a night-to-night basis can be a 22 to 25 point scorer.
That's it
on a good team.
That's it.
Okay, I don't think Zion can be the best player. I think he'd be the second best player if the first star is really good.
Bro, Zion is just an exciting Aaron Gordon. Okay, I said it.
Exciting Aaron Gordon never did what Zion did. Let's get that away.
That's not true. That's not true.
Aaron Gordon has never been All-Star. It never scored 27 points a game. Stop it.
All-Star. Aaron Gordon has been the star of All-Star Weekend once.
No, that's nice. He's never been an All-Star.
Zion has never been the star of All-Star Weekend.
The way
who has had a more iconic All-Star appearance, Zion or Aaron Gordon?
Is that what we're talking about?
Not just the dunk contest.
End the pod.
Not just the dunk contest. One of the best dunk contests ever.
No, we are a fraudulent pod. I'm done. Goodbye. This is the last episode of 5on5. This is the last episode of 5on5. It's never happening again.
Aaron Gordon also has a ring. Also has a championship. Also reinvented himself.
Aaron Gordon has a ring as a fourth option. Put Zion as a fourth option. I'm done. End the pod. Bye.
Aaron